Hello, everybody, and we're back for the absolute final round. And Jonathan just noticed that the guys did not place their sidekicks yet, so you guys can go ahead and place your sidekicks while I'm talking to folks. But we have Andrew and Jonathan facing off in the finals of our Gen Con Online Unmatched Vorpal Board Tournament of Champions. And we are going to actually open the board space up a little bit, and we're going to use the Soho map from the Cobble and Fog set. We've been playing the 2-player boards the entire way through the tournament. We're going to use one of the larger 4-player boards, but for folks who have played this Soho map, it's a little bit tighter than you think it is because of the sort of the nature of the pathing on here. It's got some cool stuff where you can go over the top of the roofs, and then you can cut through all these little streets. So just for everyone's reference, these do not connect. These cross over each other. These little paths right here. So if you decide to go over the top, you're pretty safe as you go over that top. Okay, so Jonathan's going to play Medusa. Andrew's going to play Bigfoot. You all, if you've been watching the semifinals, you saw Jonathan take down a Sherlock in the first semifinal, and Andrew take down a Sinbad in the second semifinal. So we're going to pretty much do the same thing. I'm going to stay out of the way. This is Canada versus the United States, not to put pressure on either of you. From Toronto and Orlando. So we're gonna see which country wins our international tournament. And good luck to you both. Thanks for taking part in the tournament. And we'll see you on the other side. I'm gonna go mute, and then Jonathan can kick it off.
Andrew's gonna kick it off.
And already I look like an idiot. All right, Andrew's gonna kick it off. See you guys.
Thanks, James. Good luck, Jonathan.
Good luck, Andrew.
All right, let's start off with a not so surprising maneuver.
So Jonathan did tell me before the match that he had watched the other semifinal. So he watched Andrew play Eric in the other semifinal and did see that Eric was able to take out that jackalope early. So we'll see if he tries to do the same thing in this matchup.
I just noticed something here, James.
Yep.
It doesn't look like our counters, or
Our
at least
health.
on my screen, our health have the ability to go up and down.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to turn the counters on. My bad. All right, so I'll turn on your counters. Apologies. For folks at home, that's how you turn on counters. You just right-click, and then you can turn any element on the board into a counter. So I just turned theirs into counters, and I'll set them up for them so they're ready to rock.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take my move.
Sorry about that, guys.
All good.
Yeah, I do think this is great. This is one of the funny things to think about when you're playing Unmatched is just thinking about this in lore terms. You have Bigfoot fighting Medusa in Soho. So it's just a funny pairing is the type of thing you can do in Unmatched.
Okay, all set.
So I'm not sure what anyone else is seeing, but all of the cards, but not anything other than the cards, just disappeared on my screen.
Uh-oh. All right,
I still have them
we
all.
have some technical difficulties. We'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties exist when you're connecting people so far away from each other. So, Jonathan, it is your turn, and off we go.
All right, sounds good. So I'm going to maneuver over here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And Medusa is going to play a momentary glance and do 2 damage to Bigfoot.
Okay.
So we're going to see if Andrew tries to play a little bit more of the slow play of Bigfoot here, and stay away and kind of pick his spots, or if he's going to retain that very aggressive style that he used against Sinbad. Also, I did check with Andrew in between matches, and he was keeping track of the used cards down to his left. So he was keeping track of Sinbad's cards. He's probably doing the same against Medusa. So Fortune Turtle, other than the ultimate bragging rights of international Vorpal Board Unmatched Champion, the winner is going to get a copy of Cobble and Fog. But I believe that I saw earlier, Justin from Restoration Games pointed out that if either of these competitors already have copies of Cobble and Fog, we'll figure out one of the options to send them as champion. So thank you, Justin, and thank you, Restoration Games, for helping support us via a prize. I was actually talking to Jonathan, who is a self-confessed obsessive with Unmatched before one of our matches earlier today, and he pointed out, Justin, that the thing he would want more in the world is some of the limited edition foil cards that were available as part of the Kickstarter, one of the Kickstarters maybe, or one of the early purchases, pre-orders or something. So I don't know if those are still available. Yep. I'm not gonna tell Jonathan that could happen. I don't want to put any additional pressure on him, but he would be thrilled if such a thing could happen as a champion.
And then Bigfoot will go ahead and attack the Harpy here.
All right. Let me see. Okay, the Harpy is going to defend.
Yep. All right, so dies.
So the Harpy's out.
Yep. And then your effect, discard 1.
Captain Cav, I apologize. I don't think that we will have a prize for the semifinals other than just the pride of making that far in the tournament. Cav was one of our competitors in the semifinals who played a Sherlock through until he was defeated by Jonathan earlier today.
We'll discard this.
Okay. And you've got up to 5 moves if you want them.
Yep.
Yeah, I really do like that hoax card. It's gonna let Andrew get away if he feels like it, because yep, he did not move away. So I think we're seeing that he's gonna probably try to stay pretty aggressive on Medusa here. He was in position anyway to get to draw the extra card since no one's in his zone, so he just stayed put to get that extra card.
I'm going to maneuver. I'm going to go, oh, no, not that one. Let me see. Actually, yes, that one. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1.
Something that I think is very cool about this board is now, and probably why Andrew stayed put, is he has the ability to really escape quickly by going across the roofs here there.
Is going to attack Bigfoot.
All right, I'll go ahead and block here.
All right. So you win the combat, and I'll draw my card.
Yep.
Jonathan continues his streak of getting some good cards to come out to defend or to feint against regroup. So that's been a staple of the last couple rounds.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Bigfoot will go ahead and attack Medusa.
All right, Medusa will defend.
Yep.
All right. So I'll take my damage and draw my card.
Yep.
And Andrew continues his streak there of using those larger than life cards to do some significant damage. So it does look like he's going to try to keep the pressure on here.
All right, and then I will go ahead and maneuver. I guess I should draw first, huh?
Feel free not to.
I'm so ready to get out of there. Okay, and then I'll take my Bigfoot draw. Yep.
All right.
And that's where that Bigfoot can be super powerful, where he gets to draw a card if he is not in the same zone as any enemies. So running away there for Andrew and kind of taking advantage of the fact that this map has some sight lines to it made it so that he was able to draw an extra card.
Maneuver. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. And I'm going to maneuver again.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty sure I clicked on a draw there, but nothing happened.
Yeah, you should be.
Oh, there it goes.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't want to do it again because I didn't want two cards to pop up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2.
So this is interesting. Medusa has gone up onto the roof with her characters, which is a good way to attempt to keep a sight on Bigfoot to make sure that he can't get some extra cards, but also able to sort of shoot down onto him from distance with Medusa.
I'm going to make that a tiny bit smaller so it's easier for you to see the zones.
Thanks.
No worries.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and scheme here. So the jackalope will go 1, 2, 3, and we'll kill this harpy here.
Yep.
And then I will maneuver.
And this is a lot more similar to how Andrew was playing his Bigfoot in early rounds, trying to get max utility from that jackalope before sacrificing it, and then slamming in with Bigfoot at the end. So we'll see if maybe he's going to try to pull that off again against Medusa. I was just looking back at the bracket, and he has not played a Medusa in the tournament, which is amazing. There was no Medusa on that side of the bracket, so this is the first time we've seen him play against Medusa.
And that is good there. I'll take my Bigfoot draw.
All right. Andrew, I want you to know I'm using all my restraint not to fill your silence with chatter, because I saw you played a quieter game than me, and I'm a talker, but I don't want to be rude. So
No, it's
you
all
owe me
good.
one. Is
It's
what
all
I'm
good. Please.
saying here.
I'm definitely a thinker. I'm definitely quieter, but I'm all about the banter. So feel free.
And don't worry, I'm working my best to fill it for the people at home. So don't worry. Don't feel like you have to, Jonathan.
I'm normally a card
James
game player, so it's normally a little quieter.
James will be here all week. Everybody try the chicken. All right. Okay, I'm going to maneuver. I'm going to do that maneuver with a boost. So I'll boost it by 2 with that regroup over there. I'll discard that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Medusa will attack Bigfoot.
This is interesting because we haven't, in this round, last round we were able to see Jonathan's cards a little bit more because he was playing Sherlock, so we were able to tell if there were gazes in his hand. And so now Andrew's got to be thinking really hard about that gaze possibility, but also the second shot paired with a gaze to do some significant damage. So my guess is he's going to defend against this. I think you always kind of have to defend against Medusa, just to be sure that she doesn't sneak a gaze in on you. while we're in a lull, there have been some folks in the chat asking sort of about what this tool is. If you're curious about what Vorpal Board is, you can check out vorpalboard.com. We're a platform for playing tabletop games online. We're going to be releasing in September.
Block here.
All right. So you take 1 damage, and I do not draw, and I don't draw a card.
Yep. All right, so I'll go ahead and maneuver.
Ogureyama, I think that's the first feint that we have seen at a Bigfoot right there.
I'm gonna boost with your grip to go 5. Yep. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice, here he comes. Let's see if he does another larger than life. MSW7C, yes, Vorpal will have the ability to look through opponent discard piles. We didn't get the discard pile stuff ready in time for the tournament, but that will definitely be in place, yes.
We'll stay there, and then Bigfoot will go ahead and attack.
Okay, Medusa's going to defend.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
So we'll get 2.
Yep.
So Medusa was able to use one of her very strong defenses, which forces a discard and is worth 4 power defense. So that's a bummer. Probably the best card that Medusa can bring against that larger than life.
Discard this.
Okay.
And I'll take my Bigfoot. Oh no, she's in blue. Never mind.
I'm glad you noticed that because I didn't.
That's a good question, Ogureyama. It would have worked out for him better. It's possible that maybe he didn't see the harpy when he actually did that move, so he thought he was going to be alone. But yeah, definitely would have been better for him to end up in red at the end of that turn.
Medusa is going to attack Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew makes me laugh because when it's on his turn, when he's thinking, he's not moving, so I always am looking to think, uh-oh, did he disconnect or something? But no, he's just deep in thought.
We'll block there.
All right.
All right, let's see what we got. There's the second feint.
So,
All right, so take 1.
That's good. That's keeping Medusa
Yeah.
close to Bigfoot there, not letting her get away.
And
So let's see if
Medusa
let's see if Jonathan tries to
is
get
going
away
to
here.
attack Bigfoot again.
Attacking again here. I gotta bet this is a gaze. I know that Jonathan's been very clever about using his regroups to pull out feints, which Cav saw, but we'll see. All right, so it was a dash, and another dash that he lost, so he's not able to separate from Bigfoot there.
Oh, but I get to go first. No, you get to go first.
Yeah, I'm sure you're good with that.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't a feint. My brain lost there. He does get to move away, and since the defender does go first, Andrew's going to be able to move somebody 2, but then Jonathan will be able to respond by moving his Medusa 3. So so definitely not advantageous for Andrew here. Yeah, to swing back onto that subject of viewing discard piles in Vorpal, the way we kind of viewed it was every player isn't able to see the discard piles, so it was a equal kind of hurt to everybody. So we were okay with playing it this way for the tournament, but we'll definitely have it in place when we release.
Medusa 1, 2. And I believe that's my turn.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and maneuver.
I thought we'd see Andrew maybe try to use the Jackalope to take out that other Harpy, but it does look like he's going to try to keep the pressure actually on Medusa.
I'm going to maneuver again.
Or maybe not.
All right. You're good? I think you can take your draw this time if you want.
Yeah.
I've got to guess which way that's going to swing, but...
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to maneuver. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And
Zombie Knowledge in the chat with a good point for folks watching at home that we'll wait till after this attack. Hold on. But the ranged rules are that you can attack any character that's in your zone, and the zones are the colors on the circles, or is adjacent. So Medusa would be able to attack Bigfoot even if they are adjacent to each other. She doesn't have to be one away from him in order to attack.
And block here.
all right.
Well, Jonathan's got to be happy with that. He was able to pull a hoax out, and Andrew was not able to use that hoax, so he was able to effectively use his feint to get that hoax out of Andrew's deck. Yeah, I must say I forget the ranged attack rule a lot too, because I play a lot of Gloomhaven, and when you attack next to each other in Gloomhaven, you get disadvantage. So sometimes when I'm playing Unmatched, I forget if it's bad to do a ranged attack next to each other, but it's totally fine. There's no disadvantage to it.
And maneuver.
So we still haven't seen any stone gazes. We've seen one larger than life. I think only one from Andrew so far. Andrew has 12 cards and Jonathan has 17. So Andrew's been taking advantage of the extra draws by getting into his own zone, but definitely behind in terms of total cards. And MSC7 or MSW7C, you might be right, because I think he played a larger than life, maybe first round or second round, so right out of the gate. So I think you're right that that 2 larger than lifes have been played. I'm going to move him right here just for my sake of making things even.
All right, I'll maneuver again.
Definitely seems like Andrew is not super confident in the hand that he's looking at, so trying to stay away for the moment and just beef up some cards.
We'll do that, and then I'll take my Bigfoot draw.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, I'm going to maneuver.
Yep.
I'm having that delay again. Okay, there, it popped up. Let's see. I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3. 1. Actually, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's right, Justin. No gazes yet. So even as a boost, we haven't seen one yet. So we'll see. Maybe he's going to put together an attack here. Nope, not right now.
Done?
I'm done.
So Andrew's Jackalope is in range, if I'm doing the math right, to use the horns. So I wonder if he's going to swoop it in to get a free damage on here. Cav, I believe only 1 horns has been played up until this point, which is why I'm assuming we're going to see one. He's kept that Jackalope far away, but this board lets you traverse real far, real fast. So I would assume we're going to see it. But maybe he hasn't drawn it yet. Let's see. He's got 10 cards left in the deck, so it still could be buried. Yeah, there it is. All right, making us look smart. Perfect. Thank you, Andrew. That is a bad pun right there. Yeah, so this is definitely getting some really good value out of the Jackalope. Horns plus an attack. 2 horns plus an attack. Ooh, a momentous shift, so that's a 5. Nice. So that's a huge turn for the Jackalope.
I'll move there.
You got it.
All right. I'm going to maneuver. And and I am going to play. Oops, I almost hit the wrong thing. I'm going to play Wind Frenzy.
Nice.
So I'm going to move that harpy over there and bring my harpy back over there. I have this bad habit of almost discarding instead of.
Uh-oh. I think we might have lost him. We'll see if he pops back in. Yeah, and everything's saved, so if he disconnects and comes back, it'll be fine. We'll just have a little respite. So you made me look good, Andrew. You played that horns right when I thought it was going to happen. Yeah, exactly. So we'll I'll shoot a message to Jonathan here just to get him back in. It definitely seems like internet-wise we've been having some. It's been getting close to not being strong enough to keep a connection with us in the Canadian basement. So we get to do a little interview with you halfway through. All right, so Jonathan's coming back in. Hey, Jonathan, you back?
I'm back. I don't know why I suddenly lost connection to everything.
Yeah, so your audio and video has been a little bit choppy throughout the session, so it's probably just that we lost a connection. But if you turn your video back on, you should have everything reseeding. You should get all the cards and stuff back. So let us know if you don't see it.
I see it slowly.
Okay.
I've got the refreshing cards up and a few. I see a whole bunch of my. I guess I see my discarded cards.
Yeah, and they should pop back into a deck after it's done loading. So
yeah.
Just give it a second.
No, it's good. I'm
cool.
Good.
Perfect.
Sorry, and here's my video.
All right, you're back.
Awesome. So I think your turn was done. I think it's on me. Does that sound right?
Yes, my turn was done. It is
Okay.
on you.
Cool.
For folks at home, that's kind of how it works. If you lose a connection during a Vorpal Board game, when you come back in, it just reseeds everything. We call it reseeding. Just puts everything back where it was for you, so you can continue. It's the same way that we save games for later use. So if we finish this game and came back later, all the components would be right where they were.
James, you're not muted for us.
Yep. Thanks for the thanks for the reminder.
You're throwing Andrew off his game.
So what's interesting here is that Jonathan still has his stone gazes, and the problem though is that Andrew's been able to keep a good hand of cards this whole time, so it's going to be really hard to land, I think. I'm curious to see if Jonathan's going to be able to try to land something like that, because he's in a little bit of trouble, I think.
And the Jackalope will go ahead and attack Medusa.
All right, Medusa will defend.
Yep. All right, so 2.
Okay, 2.
So Andrew's been able to get a ton out of that Jackalope over the last couple turns. So yeah, I think that Medusa's going to have to try a big swing. But my guess is that Andrew's holding on to some cancel cards here. I can't imagine he would allow a gaze to get through now.
I'll defend here. We're attacking Bigfoot, right?
Yes, Bigfoot.
Yeah, okay, yep, defending here.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing.
So he tried to get that gaze through, but obviously Andrew had the defense for it.
I'm not running away, you're running away.
That's what I said. So I'm going to do that over here. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I will go ahead and maneuver.
Thanks for the follows, folks. I am seeing your follows pop up on the screen, but I try not to talk over the guys too much.
2, 3. And the jackalope will go ahead and attack Medusa.
That attack goes through. I'm not going to defend.
We'll do 4.
Ouch.
That one hurts. That one hurts. So Medusa's down to her last health.
And
Andrew is knocking on the door of making me look like a real jerk, and not giving him the favorite label. Keelan's girl. I'm not sure what you mean by that. That's your son. He was watching on your phone.
Okay. I am going to maneuver.
Hmm?
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Do you want to take your card draw?
I do. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Andrew's done a great job in this round of finding the little pockets where he is invisible so he can get those card draws. A couple turns now he's hung out in that little alley and gotten the Bigfoot card draw, even though this board is kind of hard to stay invisible. I feel like he's done a good job with it.
2, 3. And I am going to attack.
Harpy?
I'm not sure yet.
Got it. Yep. No worries.
Yes. I am going to attack with the harpy.
All right, so this is interesting. I mean, I assume we'll see claws to try to pull out one of Andrew's cards here and maybe set him up for a big slam. But Jonathan's been really solid at using feints and stuff and using low level cards to trick people. So I might be wrong.
All right, I will block with this.
Yep, it was the claws.
So I'll take 1.
Yep.
And a beautiful
But
use
no
of the
discard.
feint. I think that is the third feint for Andrew. So perfect time for that to make sure he doesn't lose the discard.
And I'm going to boost for 6 movement. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Jackalope will go here, and Bigfoot will attack.
You got it, bud.
Good game, man.
There it is, the larger,
I think you had
larger
that
than
no
life
matter
to
what.
close it out.
I did, yeah.
If I
I had
defended,
the.
yeah.
This was my draw. I had the savagery regardless.
Nice. I was hoping you didn't have a jackalope horns in there.
Yep.
Great job, Andrew. Congratulations, man. Jonathan, great game.
Andrew.
That was another good one. That board was really interesting. I think, Andrew, you did a good job of staying hidden, finding the little pockets on the board where you could get those card draws. When I knew you were going to play Bigfoot here, I was thinking to myself, oh man, it's going to be tough for him to get all those card draws with the Harpies and Medusa spread out, but you were finding those little spots, which was really, really good. So
yeah, I missed one when we got into this corner over here. I totally missed the Harpy, and I should have gone down.
Yes.
But otherwise,
Yep,
I was able to find like the single spaces.
That was caught in the chat. The chat was like, well, why didn't he circle around to the red spot down here? And it was because you had missed that Harpy sitting right there.
Yep.
Yep.
I liked the top position better, and I had totally just missed the Harpy. Yep.
And meanwhile, I don't think I got to use Medusa's ability a single time.
Maybe one, but
once.
I think you're right. Yeah. And I was waiting. I think Andrew also, ended up with enough cards in his hand regularly that you couldn't land that gaze or the second shot gaze combo, so it just never got through.
I did not draw a single second shot in the entire game.
Oh, that's rough. How many cards are left back? And there's only 12 cards left in your deck. That's a bummer.
Yeah, I had nothing but any purple cards for the first good chunk of that game. So I tried to make the best of it, and then of course I started drawing Harpy cards once all of the Harpy or most of the Harpies were gone.
Oh, look at that! That's good. You got
I've got my consolation team. Oh, they were watching from the booth upstairs. It's okay, guys.
That's fantastic. Your dad did great.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
I
really fun.
I think they're more upset than I am. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
No, I appreciate you guys coming for the last 2 days and playing through these games. I had a great time watching you guys play. I think I saw high level unmatched play all weekend, which was really exciting for us. And congratulations, of course, to Andrew. Congratulations to Jonathan, all the rest of the players that we had. This has been a lot of fun for me. Gen Con Online, I know that it's tough for everybody to not be together in Indianapolis, but for me, this has been a really cool experience, and I hope everybody had a fun time watching us play. Maybe we'll do it again in the future. Who knows? But I really am passionate about this game. I think if you're just a casual observer and you have not played Unmatched at all, do yourself a favor and get one of the starter kits. The original Unmatched is where Medusa comes from. Bigfoot is in his own expansion set. And then there's a recent release, Cobble and Fog, which is awesome. It's got 4 heroes. And then there's a Jurassic Park set that has 2 heroes. Even if you just have 2 people who live in your house and you only get to play one-on-one a lot, it's awesome for one-on-one. The small boards are really fun. You can get through games in 20 or 30 minutes. My wife and I play it like on weekends. We just crank through all the matchups. Everyone I have talked to this weekend says the same thing. They say, I play with my partner. I play with my son. Yep. We play every single weird combination. The games are fast enough that when you're done, it just kind of feels like, oh, that was cool. Nobody's upset about winning or losing. I think this game really hits a perfect note for a lot of players. So if I were watching this chat, I'd pick it up if I were you. And then for everybody else, if you're interested in Vorpal Board, check it out. It's at vorpalboard.com. You can find out more details about how this system works and kind of what our plans are for it. Andrew, I'll catch up with you after the fact to chat about your loot from Restoration, and definitely Jonathan, it was awesome to watch you play. Thanks so much for participating, and to everybody,
thanks for organizing. It was great.
Yeah, no problem. I really truly had an awesome time. I've been standing in front of this computer for 2 straight days, but it's been great. It's really actually felt like a convention experience because I've got to watch a lot of people and meet a lot of people, which was very fun. Last shout out is to Restoration Games. Justin is actually in the chat. Thank you for supporting us via a giveaway, and thanks for actually hanging out in the chat and sort of lending your brain into the commentary here. So for everybody, take care, and we'll see you again soon. And have a good rest of Gen Con if you have anything else going on in the next couple hours. Bye-bye.
Thank you.